quite a contrast to the previous 2 weeks in terms of defence and the way their defence got on top of yours or tried to smother you.
It was a tough game. It was exactly what we needed, I thought. And the last couple of weeks, we've obviously been able to get on top of teams, and our attacks really worked well for us and created opportunities and got a bit of freedom at different times. And Castleford didn't allow that tonight. They worked really hard defensively. When we did get our opportunities, they scrambled really hard and took away some opportunities. And, I thought it was a game that, as I said, that was exactly what we needed, but also a game that was very much like a final game where you've just got to keep grinding away and keep toughing it out defensively. And I was really happy with the way we did that.
You have to be really patient as well. I mean, the number of times you got stopped on the line or turned over on the line, but you didn't sort of lose your shape. You didn't lose your shape. You had to stay patient, didn't you?
The thing is that things aren't always going to work perfectly for you, and we did create some opportunities that we didn't quite make tonight, and we just missed a jump, or they didn't quite find the pass, whatever it was, to not quite make it. And as I said, sometimes in games things aren't quite going to work for you, but you've still got to find a win or a way to win. And that's exactly what we did.
I'd imagine there's some formidable tackle counts there from Morgan Knowles and a lot of other characters. Some formidable efforts there, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of blokes that worked really hard, and obviously the bloke who played his 5 games tonight, I thought he worked really hard and did a really good job, as you'd expect, because that's what he always does. And it's great to have him, and great to be able to honour him with that sort of performance. And you mentioned Morgan Knowles. I thought he was really good. We lost Mark Percival quite early, and I've said before that he's one of the guys that we missed the most early in the year, and I'm certainly hopeful that that's not going to be too long a stint on the sidelines. But it causes a reshuffle, and I thought Morgan Knowles did a really good job, and James Bentley, as he does every week, did a great job going to the centres. So again, things didn't all go our way tonight, but we found a way to win.
Is Percival the same? Is it hamstring same as last week? Is it that sort of area we're looking at?
Yeah, he's got a slight hamstring injury there, and I'm not quite sure how long it'll be. We left him out. It wasn't an injury last week. We left him out precautionary, so that we thought the risk was too high, and we 100% thought he was right this week, and everything told us that it was right, and I wouldn't change anything there. We haven't taken a risk that was unnecessary or anything like that. Unfortunately, sometimes these things happen, and we'll make sure that we get him right before we play him again.
The try when it came, it was quite a good combination. Your 2 front rowers and well backed up by T.O. there.
Yeah, it was, and they've played some really good footy together, those front rowers. They probably didn't get the same opportunity tonight to do it as often, but if you keep plugging away, your opportunities eventually come, and that's what they showed. And the thing for us to be a little bit better from tonight is we actually created a few opportunities, but we didn't quite get there when it mattered. And Al Walmsley makes a clean break, and we didn't quite get to the jump in terms of our support. And Aaron Smith makes a really good run and gets to play the ball, and we're looking to pass when we need to be just running and getting over the line there. And so we missed it. Regan Grace looked like he scores that. Most days he scores that every day of the week, but through some good defensive effort and through him not quite getting it tonight, we just missed a couple of opportunities. But as I said before, you've got to be able to do that. Not get frustrated by it. Still find a way to come up with points when it matters, and that's what we did.
I'll just pay a little tribute to James Roby on his 500th appearance. Real warrior performance again, isn't it?
Yeah, look, I said before the game that the thing that the biggest compliment I can give him is what you see in the team is what you see in your leader there, and that's that sort of tough effort and that sort of desire to win a tough game like that is exactly what he's got in him. And the reason we look at him so and admire him so much as a player is that he does that every single week. So it's certainly great to work with him.
What's been said about the Tommy Makinson incident? Have you viewed that, or what's been said back to you?
No, look, I haven't seen it. Obviously, it's been brought up. I haven't seen it yet. I don't want to comment on it until I have actually seen it. I didn't know what was going on when the referee stopped the game and put something on report. I had absolutely no idea what that might be about, and it only got told to me at the end of the game. So as I said, I haven't had a look yet, but I'll obviously have to.
Obviously, you've earned a week off next week. Do you need it after today, or would you rather carry on playing if needs be?
Look, the funny thing, we've had so long out of the game that you'd think the last thing we need is a rest, but it's been such a whirlwind sort of weeks in terms of training, games. The body's getting used to having to play footy and train afterwards and all the things that we usually do. So the time off has actually contributed to that as well. And yeah, it's good to get a weekend off at the moment. We'll obviously train still this week and gives us a bit of a longer lead in into Hull KR, which is our next game. But we're looking forward to a weekend off.
Was it disruptive for you, obviously, for your preparation this week, having the opponents just sprung on you late on? How did that sort of affect your preparations?
Look, it didn't affect us at all, to be honest. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. We walk in Wednesday morning and we're being told that the game might change, and we had done a bit of vision on Wakefield. That's who we were supposed to play, so we were prepared and ready to go for them. But the fact of the matter is that in the current climate, there's going to be changes. We're going to lose players the night before games or the morning of games because they wake up with sore throats or things like that. So we've really just got to crack on and worry about what we can control. And that's exactly what we did this week. We found out Wednesday. We didn't worry about watching Vision Wednesday because we found out that morning. But Thursday, we're back to business and we're ready to go and we're preparing for Castleford. So I don't think it affected us at all. And by the way they played, I don't think it affected them either.
Are you glad you've had a game like that now, rather than just keep on bouncing big 40-point wins? Are you glad you've had that game now to sort of steady the season, steady your heads?
I think it's exactly what we needed. As I said, the last couple of weeks, for different reasons, things have opened up a little bit. It was a tough contest, both games. But at different times, the games opened up a little bit for us. And we've been able to find opportunities to put points on really quickly. And, to go through a game like that tonight and win those games through being in those games, and it gives you real confidence when you come into other big games and games that you know are going to be that tight that you can find a way to win when you need to.
Apart from Percival, any other injuries? I know Johnny got a bit of a whack, didn't he? But any injuries?
No, look, no other major injuries there at all or things of concern, but it was a tough physical game. We've got some banged up bodies and they'll have some banged up bodies as well. Yeah.
Strange being in this place, empty.
Yeah, it is a bit. To be completely honest, you no longer sort of think of it. We've played 3 games on the trot now without crowds, and it's becoming a bit of you hear that term all the time on the news about the new normal, and that's what it's becoming. We can't wait to get crowds back, and we can't wait to get our fans back. And we're playing a type of footy at the moment that I think our fans would really appreciate and want to be a part of, and we just need to make sure we're still doing that when they are allowed back.
Smashing. That's fine for me. Anybody else? Thanks, Kristian.
Thanks,
yeah, just a quick one, Kristian. These new rules are supposed to make it harder for teams to defend, and you guys have conceded 1 try in 4 hours now, I think. Have you done anything different from what you were doing at the start of the season defensively?
No, not at all. We're running by the same systems that we were running by then, and the break certainly gives you a really good chance to have a look at what's worked and what hasn't worked, and I suppose put some evidence together to show the players in terms of what we look like at our best, and that's what we use the break for a little bit. But we certainly haven't changed anything there. But I've been really happy with the attitude we've had to our defence over the last 3 weeks, that's for sure.
Cheers, Kristian. That's all from me.
No worries, thank you.
Any more questions, guys, or are we done?
Kristian, can I just ask you as well? Like, obviously, it was a really tough match. Like in terms of our defence was really giving much up. Was it encouraging then that they could still get over the line and win these sort of games? Yeah,
very much so. And the thing about a game like tonight is you're going to have games where things just aren't quite working attack-wise for whatever reason. And sometimes that's really good defence, and sometimes it's just you're a little bit off. And I think tonight we're a little bit of both. There was some really good defence from Castleford. They did a great job and showed their desperation on numerous occasions, and we were just a little bit off. We created some opportunities, but we didn't quite make the jump on whether it be a support or quite get it right on a couple of half opportunities that we created. So when that's the case, you've got to be able to win through your defence, and we showed tonight that we could have won the game whether it was 2-0, 4-0, 10-0. If we're going to defend like that, we keep ourselves in the contest every week.